be bringing you the tape-delayed broadcast between the hometown Montpelier Locomotives and the visiting Liberty Center Tigers. Well, Jim, last week Liberty Center rolled big over Tenora, a young Tenora team, 61-0, and Montpelier won in overtime, 12-6 over Hicksville. Both teams are 1-0. What do we look for tonight?
I think the Tigers found some areas that they'd like to see some improvement in. When you win a game 61-0, you think, well, hey, here comes the Tiger machine once again, and it's true. The Tigers are on track for an excellent season at this point. But I think they want to see some better passing, some better connection with their top offensive threat, Jesse Smith. And the Locos have a lot of spirit on defense. I believe maybe they're overmatched tonight, as we see they are really having a rebuilding year. But should be a good contest. It's a fine evening here, and I'm sure the Tigers have things that they want to work on.
Well, that's right. Week by week, Liberty Center, I'm sure, plans on improving things and pointing toward that extra goal. However, that is a long way off. Quickly, Liberty Center side, full as usual, and on the Montpelier side, Liberty Center, I imagine, owns about 2/3 of the Montpelier side. A few quick notes here. Montpelier led by senior quarterback Travis Chamberlain, a 6'4", 165-pounder. And they do have some other size. Of note, fullback Eric Luke, 6'2", 250. On the offensive line, they have senior Daniel Ewers, 5'11", 349 pounds. And at tight end, they have senior Kevin Rose, 6'7", 210 pounds. Yeah, Jim, quickly, both starting running backs, Ryan Zeider and Mike McClure, combined for over 200 yards, over 100 yards apiece. But the Tigers rushed for over 400, so you can see that a lot of good ball players coming. Kickoff taken deep down at the 5-yard line, return straight up the middle, breaks a tackle. Actually, Jim, he broke through. He was wide open, only one man left to stop him, but he fortunately for Liberty Center, he trips and falls, and Montpelier will take over on about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Locomotives had an opportunity there for a real run back, so we'll see how they do as they line it up from the first play from scrimmage.
Ball marked at the 24. It'll be first down. Busted play in the backfield. Quarterback looked for the ghost running back, and he's smacked immediately. Thrown down for about no gain. Furco was called as being in on the stop. We'll try to set the Tiger defense here. We've got Lindgren in the middle, Moeller at left tackle, and Box at defensive right tackle. Now back to throw, rolls out, throws out into the flats, tipped away by Zeider, and incomplete. Also coverage out there, Jesse Smith.
Pass intended for Steve Cannell. Zeider breaking up that
Spike, you look at that first series there, and you see a broken play, which netted him a loss. And it's a tough way to begin a drive, but certainly those opening drive jitters are over with. Both the defense and the offense have been smacking, so they'll settle down, and we'll see what goes here on this 3rd and 10.
At linebackers, number 50, Matt Furco getting a start tonight. Now drops back to throw, and smothered under a tremendous pass rush. Lindgren. We're going to go with Lindgren and one more. Perhaps it was Sharp.
Seth Atkinson lining up deep for the Tigers.
And
Justin Wade.
After a loss of 3 yards on their first 3 plays from scrimmage, Montpelier will be forced to punt from their own 19-yard line. Tigers with Smith and Atkinson picking up the wideouts, and Atkinson the lone set. Now blocked at the line. Blocked by number 58. Brian Flory.
For Liberty Center.
Jim Smith and Atkinson. At the line, blocked by number 58, Brian Flory.
For Liberty Center.
Jim, now there's a real success story. Brian Flory, as we mentioned last week, not in the football program, but out here is just kind of a monster man. Come in there, block the kick, and Tigers will take over a tremendous field position.
That's a kind of enthusiasm that just follows the Tigers football program. And here they're lining up in excellent position here. The ball's on the 11-yard line of the Locomotives.
Tigers with 2 wideouts. Atkinson set wide. Here's the throw into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown to Smith! Jim, it took one play from scrimmage. Beautiful pass. Slightly high from Shaddy, but right there where nobody but Jesse Smith could sky and get it into the end zone on a quick turnaround for the 6. Atkinson.
Practicing going on between quarterbacks and Jesse Smith. Jesse's already demonstrated, in past years what he can do as a receiver, and that was a rifle shot. I mean, that was just on dead level, and Jesse jumped up, and just a fine play.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head in the pregame coverage when you said that you expected them to look for Jesse more to try to establish the throwing game, which in turn only sets up the running game as well. Now the Tigers waiting for the shoe to hold Zeider. The snap below and scooped up and drilled.
Kick is good. Makes the score
by Spangler, and at 10:28 of the first quarter, Liberty Center jumps out to that quick 7-0 lead. All right. A quick rundown of our sponsors here from Ms. Lewin Atkinson.
Thanks, Spike. We want to say good luck to the Tigers from Ted and Melinda Bear, supporting their sons, Nate and Brandon. Paul and Carrie Amstutz, whose son Paul plays. Denny and Penny Myers with Kane Myers, Cheryl Van Gutten for Chris. John and Deb McClure, supporting their son. Mike, Rick, Rhonda, Nick, Brittany Miller for Jesse. Bob and Julie Shaddy. Their son Rob at quarterback. Mike and Linda Simbola. Mark and Lucille Bolick supporting Lee and the cheerleaders. Mike and Diane Keller supporting Joe. Terry and Mary Lou Bowers saying good luck to the Tigers. And Dave and Deb Silvis, their son Brett. And back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Luann. Well, Jim, now maybe we can try to get that defense set for Liberty Center. Last week, of course, they showed their depth the whole game on defense. As they just Liberty probably, maybe that is their forte this year, that swarming everybody to the ball, smother the other team's offense.
Oh, and Spike, that defensive line play was just tremendous last week.
Kickoff by Spangler, brought up to about the 25-yard line approximately. Tigers with a great job last week in kickoff coverage as they held Tenor inside the 30-yard line on every kickoff.
Yeah. Spike, let's talk a little bit about that kicking game of the Tigers. Spangler just gets his foot into it consistently. He gets air under the ball, gives the coverage team time to get down there, and extra point tries. He's just a machine.
No doubt one of the strongest legs in Northwest Ohio as far as kickers are concerned. Tigers with a perhaps out of sync lineup here. Brian Wesche was lined up as a linebacker that time, normally a down lineman on defense. Number 6, Chad Collins in there as a linebacker. Number 66, Paul Amstutz at a left defensive end. And I believe it's Furco, who actually is a defensive end on the right. Now here's the deep pitch, smothered by Zeider. And Furco, Jim, he went, I believe, for no gain.
They're lucky that they still have possession of that ball because the tackler was there as the ball arrived, and it was just stopped dead. It's a 3rd down and 15 with the ball on the Locos 20.
Montpelier so far with a -9 in 5 offensive plays. Setting the secondary, it's Miller at a right corner, Zeider and Atkinson, the safeties, and Jesse Smith, the corner on the left side. Drops back to throw. Here's good pressure, thrown out into the flats. Good move down the sideline, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be up over the 30.
Pass is complete to
I believe it's going to be short of a first down, but Jim, they cut a pretty big swath into that 3rd down and long yardage situation.
They did, and with a lot of pressure on that line, once that pass was complete, there was just a little bit of running room there. But they're still going to call it 4th down, so it looks like the Tigers have held and look to receive the ball and go on offense again.
The Tigers had good pressure from the outside from Amstutz, but they set the screen up well, and with a couple of good moves, they gained 10 of the yards back. However, it's 4th and 5 from the 30. Here's the short punt taken by Atkinson at the 40-yard line, gets outside one man, breaks a tackle, cuts across the grain, coming back to the right, breaks 2 more, he's hit by another man, breaks another tackle, finally hauled down, Jim, across midfield. A tremendous return. Atkinson slipped and duped and got past at least 8 of the Montpelier defenders there.
Yeah, Spike, that may be one reason why Tenora never punted the ball in fair territory. Every punt they made last week, and they did punt often, was out of bounds, fearful of the return game of the Tigers. Seth Atkinson did quite well there.
Tigers now will have a first down at Montpelier's 42-yard line. Tigers with the wide out to Atkinson. Here's the throw just over Smith's head. Defended well, double teamed out there.
Smith is incomplete.
Yeah, they're going early now to Smith. They definitely do want to establish that and let people know that they can throw the football.
Oh, you have to admire that because Smith, being an incredible athlete he is, will generate a lot of coverage. And when that happens, other receivers have got to be open. So, accolades to everybody calling the plays there. We've got to get Smith involved.
New twist to the formation. Atkinson in his wing position split out wide. Huff, the tight end, to split out left. And Jesse Smith in tight on the right side. Here's the fake, back to throw, in trouble, evades one man, rolls away. He's going to get rid of it to a wide open Atkinson in the right. Makes a move, cuts it up down the field. He's down the sideline across the grain. Back to the middle, breaks another tackle, cuts it to the right, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Seth Atkinson with 104 different moves there. Broke at least 4 more tackles. And Liberty Center at the 8:17 mark goes 42 yards on 2 plays, and they lead now 13-0. Huff, the tight end, to split out left, and Jesse Smith. Breaks another tackle, cuts it to the right, and he's going to go in for the touchdown! Seth Atkinson with 104 different moves there, broke at least 4 more tackles, and Liberty Center at the 8:17 mark goes 42 yards on 2 plays, and they lead now 13-0.
Oh, a fan close by says Seth Atkinson looked like a grease pig out there, but indeed he did. He gave him a leg, he gave him an arm, he moved this way, he gave him a hip, and he goes all the way for a touchdown. That's got to look good on film, Spike.
Hey, there's no doubt about that. Well, that makes about 11 broken tackles in 2 plays for Seth. Now Tigers lining up to go for 2. No, excuse me, blocked out by the official.
Spangler to kick for the Tigers.
Spangler again to kick. Kick a little bit lower than normal, but certainly drove through with a lot of power, and Liberty leads it 14-0. Daddy, a tremendous job under pressure. He was grabbed. His jersey was about half ripped off, and he had the strength and the wherewithal to break that tackle, get into the free, roll away from the pressure, and find a wide open Atkinson over here in the left flats. Seth had lined up at a wing position, but yet split out wide, and Jesse Smith was inside. Something a little bit new for Liberty, I believe.
It was, and I don't believe Atkinson was the primary receiver on that play, but as you say, nice maneuvering back there by the young Tiger quarterback, and having the presence of mind to deliver a strike to Atkinson, and what a run by Seth.
Well, no question about that. But you definitely know that when Liberty Center comes out and throws this much, when their bread and butter is the running game. Last week, Liberty threw for about 60 or 70 yards. I don't know exactly, but of course ran for over 400. So Lindgren, Coach Lindgren definitely setting the table for later.
Yeah, I believe they do want to prove to themselves and to anybody that might be watching that they do have a passing attack, and we recall just from last year and many of those same players back, the receivers, we just got to have that as a weapon. All right, the kickoff to the Locomotives here.
Now taken with following the wall around to the left side. He's got the sideline, a little bit of room, stays in bounds. There's a flag on the play, and Montpelier comes up with the biggest return of the year against Liberty Center.
Driving him out of bounds. There's a flag along the sidelines.
Jim, that was a nice wall that Montpelier had set up coming back to their offensive left side.
Yeah, but we're thinking maybe the block was an unfair block that sprung the runner, but no doubt the Locomotives showing good effort here, and given the opportunity can come up with a run. But the referees are marching that ball backwards, and the Locomotives will not have field position as though they look they might.
Well, definitely a costly penalty as far as field position goes. Probably, I believe that's going to be somewhere about 35 yards of field position they lost on that call alone, 15 yards from the spot. They will line up on their own 18, 1st and 10. Here's the fake inside, the quick hitter over the middle, and knocked away, covered by Ryan Miller. And
Ryan Miller on the coverage for Liberty Center.
Number 88, Tim Huff.
That was a nice pass thrown by the local quarterback, and his receiver was actually had just a little crease there. Perfectly thrown ball. It's very hard to defense against, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, very true. Huff was coming from the other side, and I believe Ryan Miller may have gotten a finger on that ball to tip it away. Now back to throw again, rolling right, and he's corralled in the backfield.
Anthony Salazar ending up with the football for the Locomotives.
Tackle made by number 20, Van Gunten, Chris Van Gunten, now in the game at linebacker for the Tigers. Tigers changing things around a little bit. Nothing wholesale, but putting people in a few different spots. I see there was a fumble on the play. We didn't pick that up. It was Amstutz on that final hit. Now a flag. That play will be stopped before its inception. Number 67, Matt Schwab, who was the defensive right tackle. Tigers using 4 people, sometimes 5 at those 3 up front spots in the three-man defensive line, not including, of course, the defensive ends.
Spike, thus far in the ball game, the Locomotives are going the wrong way. Every time you turn around, it's negative yards for the boys in blue shirts, and that does not bode well.
Now back to throw. It's a quarterback draw, and he might have picked up about 3 or 4 coming back the other way. But that quick Tiger defense was there to smother the QB. And at 7:05 and the clock running here in the first quarter, it's 4th and 20. Montpelier going 3 plays for a total of plus 3 yards. That gives them a -6 in 3 offensive series thus far. Now back to punt from near his own end zone. High spiraling kick taken by Atkinson. Return straight up the middle for about 5 yards, and Liberty Center will take over just over midfield.
Steve Bell now making that tackle for the Locomotives.
Carefully and gently. Give him the Kathy. There you go. Baby face. He's in the mosh pit. He's size different.
Atkinson now again in the wing position, split right, and Huff split wide left. Back to throw again, knocked down at the line of scrimmage as they were setting up the screen pass to Zeiter over on the right side. Nice pass rush by the on-charging Locos.
Yeah, a screen pass is designed to let the rushers through and then throw the ball generally out to the flats for what they call a screen pass. But excellent pressure, and the play was thwarted.
Well, certainly there has to be a little bit of a touch there as they are charging in. Sometimes you do just have to poof it over there. In the backfield, Zeiter and McClure. Tigers with that same wing wide right formation. Here's the give to Zeiter, breaks a tackle off the left side, up into the secondary, and he'll go for first down yardage.
Zeiter, the ball carrier.
Tigers started their possession at the 34-yard line. That ramble was for 16. That'll take them all the way down to the Montpelier 18-yard line.
That last tackle.
Clock running, still 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Now Atkinson back to the traditional wing right set just outside the offensive tight end. Now pitch coming the other, or the give off to McClure coming to the right. He breaks 2 tackles, cuts up the middle, and it's another Tiger touchdown.
On the touchdown run for the Tigers.
Mike McClure. Well, let's start that play all over again. Atkinson just outside the offensive tight end. Tiger touchdown.
On the touchdown run for the Tigers.
Mike McClure. Well, let's start that play all over again. Atkinson went in motion left, drawing a couple of the defenders that way, and then it was the give back to McClure following Zeiter. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, cut up into the middle, and was into the end zone from 18 yards out.
Spike, last week, was there not 7 Liberty Center players that scored for the Tigers? And here we go again. Everybody's getting in the act. We've got 3 touchdowns and 3 different players. So what an offensive powerhouse these Tigers seem to be this year.
Just where Liberty's series does take off from. Spangler now to kick. It's high, and it's going to be floating off
Kick is
to the right. I think that play was hurting from the word go. The snap was low, and it was hard for Zeiter to get the handle. However, at this point, it's more or less academic, Jim. Liberty Center leads it 20-0.
With
Still
6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Jim, a point I do want to make. Liberty Center, with all the success that they've had for several years running now, dating back to 92 and to 93. 92 when we won the league, 93 when we made it to the finals, and then last year winning the state championship in Division 5. The expectations for the Tigers are so high that I think sometimes people forget the importance of league play. And with the outcome of several football games last week, I think now, Jim, as we look at some of our fellow NWOALites, if you might say, with their losses, that really doesn't give us a lot of chance to pick up a lot of those very important secondary points. What we have Wauseon losing to Fairview by a touchdown. We have Archbold losing to Sylvania Southview. Delta losing to an Ayersville team that's always good for points. And Bryan losing to Van Wert. And in another game, Swanton lost to Springfield. Jim, with just a couple of those wins, Liberty Center could have picked up some good points. Now with the return back to the left sideline, he breaks a tackle, he breaks another, he's at up to midfield. Another nice return for Montpelier as they stayed behind that wall.
75.
That was the kickoff man. Spangler making the stop. Jim, on another return, Spangler was the last man there, and had not the ball carrier slipped, it could have been 6 for Montpelier.
Yeah, they appear to be just a little bit scattered in their coverage, you know, like they're putting on so much heat. Maybe they're not kind of being aware that if they pop that initial line that there's a big gain.
Into the game now is Silvis in for Jesse Miller, and knocked away by Tim Huff on that quick slant over the middle. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Montpelier, with them on the Tiger 44-yard line.
Tim Huff would like to have another shot at that pass. I mean, that hit him like he should have had that and been running yet. I think it had been a quick 6 for him going up the left side there. But nice play defensively. That was covered. These locals seem to think that throwing the ball seems to be their chance. And they've run some nice patterns and connected on a few of them.
Yeah, I believe you're right. The Montpelier is on their own 44, excuse me. Now here's the quick hitter up the middle. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play, but quickly smothered
Anthony Salazar, the ball carrier for the
by the likes of Lindgren and number 67, Schwab.
Spike, you talked about computer points early in the NWOAL having a kind of a slow start. True enough. But it's a long season, and I believe those points will come in here before it's over.
Well, let's put it this way. We hope the points come in. That's why the Tigers' focus has to be on every game every week. They can ill afford to lose one. One loss will probably knock them out. Now here's the quarterback roll right. Now he's going to keep it around the right side. And a good submarine hit by number 2, Seth Atkinson. Makes the initial contact there. And with the clock running, 4:55 in the first, Montpelier now with a somewhat threat here at midfield. It's 4th down and a long 4. Right at the midfield stripe.
A good punt here by the Locos should pin the Tigers fairly deep in their own territory, and we'd be able to see some sustained offense.
High, short spiral, fair catch. No, not the fair catch by Axon. Breaks 2 tackles, jukes back up the height, now cuts to the left. He's heading down the sideline. Outside, he's got one man to beat. There he goes to the 30, to the 20. Good block by Smith, to the 10, to the 5, and it's another Tiger touchdown. 4.
Sustained offense.
High, short. Got one man to beat. There he goes to the 30, to the 20. Good block by Smith to the 10, to the 5, and it's another Tiger touchdown. 4:14 to go. No, that is no flag on the 20-yard line. We will disregard that. And the score should read 27-0. However, the Tigers get a bad break. And by all appearances here, a tremendous 80-yard return will be nullified.
You know, Spike, the nice thing about this rebroadcast is fans can see exactly what happened out there. And once in a while, the referees are right, but on occasion they can be wrong. But they are going to bring this back, and looks like the Tigers are going to start from deep in their own territory.
Well, Jim, I obviously didn't see the penalty because I see very few of them. But I would imagine, I like to think I see them, but I would imagine that as aggressive and rough and tumble as our fine sons of the Tigers are, that there probably was some sort of an infraction out there. I'm sure it's like the tip of the iceberg.
Well, things happen fast, and Seth Atkinson gives several different directions as he starts his run, and his teammates wanting to block and help all they can. It would be easy enough to make a mistake.
Well, now the Tigers will start from their own 11-yard line, just outside the 10. It'll be a 90-yard drive if they can make things culminate here into some kind of crowning achievement. Here's the screen pass set up, overthrows Miller. Miller actually was in very good shape. 57, number 57, the Montpelier linebacker coming across. A good block was set up outside here by Smith and could have gone for big yardage. However, Rob, the Green Jr., still needs to get a little touch on that type of screen pass.
Oh, yeah, but Spike, he had real heat. I mean, Locos seemed to sniff that screen pass out, and they had their ears laid back and was coming hard.
Well, that's true, and that's when you have to gamble a little bit. You have to wait till the last second, but that's when it works best. Now Tigers with their conventional set. Here's the pitch to Zeider going around the left side. He's got plenty of running room. He's going down the sideline, beats a man, and finally shoved out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Running him out of bounds.
Conventional set. Here's the pitch to Zeider going around the left side. He's got plenty of across the 40-yard line.
Whipper running him out of bounds.
Ryan Zeider with a full head of steam. Hit poor Neil Carter after he was gingerly touched out of bounds. A big gain for Zeider as he rambles for 28 yards down the left sideline. Now we've got Miller in the wing right with Zeider and McClure in the backfield, two tight ends. First down on their own 38-yard line. Now here's the give to McClure on a power sweep. Follows one block inside from Todd Moeller. Cuts it up inside the block by Wesher on the outside, and he gains about 6 on the play. We're going to call 5. It'll be second down and 5.
Spike, I'd say if he would have come on outside with that, he'd have really broke one. But maybe the play's designed where he's supposed to make that cut up inside. But looked like he had running room over here toward this sideline.
Well, I think with our speed, that's very true. Of course, you know, the running backs, it's a forever thing. You're taught to find that first seam and cut back in across the grain. Sometimes that's where your biggest explosions come from. Tigers now with Miller continuing at that wing. Now here's a deep pitch to McClure going left. He battles through 3 more tackles. McClure with a good burst of power there. Barreled his way through 3 tacklers, and I believe he'll have first down yardage. Yes, it'll be a gain of about 6. Ball will be spotted right, I believe, just short of midfield.
Now, Spike, the Tigers rolled up 20 points with a full 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and Locos had a fine defensive effort last week in beating Hicksville in overtime.
Tigers now with Miller on a wing left, 2 tight ends. Shaddy, the quick give to McClure again. And McClure bursting his way up the middle. Nice hole opened up inside by the interior offensive line. That'll be a gain of 11 yards for McClure. And ball will be spotted on the Montpelier 40-yard line. Weshy at the right guard, Moeller at right tackle. Over on the left side, a little tougher to pick up the numbers. Now the give to Chad Collins off the right side.
With the football that time.
Tigers keeping them mixed up.
Steve Kennel with the tackle.
A lot of people can carry that mail for the Tigers. Spike, last year and this year too, they're picking up right where they left off. They've got speed. They've got speed in a lot of positions. You can't have too much speed in high school football.
No, and I'm not going to use that overworked cliche about what speed does to another team. Now here comes Atkinson from his wing left in. Now the inside handoff. It's a reverse to Smith, breaks a tackle, flag on the play. Smith around the left side, heading down to the 5. It's in for another Tiger touchdown. However, a well-conceived play there, Jim.
Yeah, misdirection, Spike, on that. I mean, that's the way that is conceived. It's supposed to do that, and pretty easy to have bodies turning and twisting out there, and somebody on the wrong side of the defender, and so out comes the flag.
Another team. Now here. We'll try to guess it about what that was. Some kind of a little fake counter up to the inside and then an end around with Smith. Definitely a new wrinkle. But personal foul. It's a holding call on Liberty Center. And that will move the Tigers back to Montpelier's 43-yard line where they will have a 2nd down and 13. Tigers in a wing left, Atkinson in motion right. Here's the give to Atkinson, cuts back up, breaks a tackle, now dives forward. He will pick up about 6 or 7 on the play, leaving the Tigers a reasonable third down chance here.
You know, Spike, I've got to give it to the NWOAL League. Last week we played a Green Meadows foe. And this week we're in the league play, and the Locomotives, though appearing outmatched here, at least at this point in the game, are hitting and hitting hard. You just have to appreciate that.
Oh, no question. Tigers now. They give the inside reverse to Atkinson. Atkinson around the left side across the green, and he's finally corralled down at near the 10-yard line. Jim, it was really tough to try to follow the ball carrier there as they had a whole web of people coming out of the backfield. Finally, it was Atkinson on that inside counter reverse or whatever you want to call it, and he rambles 30 yards all the way down to the Montpelier 12.
Oh, yes, he did. And again, talking about speed, 3 of these Tigers that are in the lineup at the same time on occasion were second-place finishers in the sprint relay down at the state track meet this spring.
Tigers with 2 wideouts. Shaddy back to throw. Here's the pass to Smith. And Smith turning around, looking for the defender. Has the ball bobble and finally fall out. Well, it happens to the best of them. And it finally just happened to poor old Jess. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 at Montpelier's 12-yard line. Well, Jim, those things, like them or not, they're inevitable.
Oh, you do, and fans pointing out that Jerry Rice himself will drop one once in a while. And, Jesse feels bad because the pass was there. He should have had it, but, you know, defenders right around him.
In that left guard, Amstutz, he pulls right. And the quick give behind the pulling guard, Amstutz, was Collins.
Collins, the ball carrier. Dustin Brenner on that stop.
Short gain. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7
I'll have the winning 50,
from the 9-yard line.
Spike, you have to admire the Montpelier Locomotives stiffening up and doing all they can to keep the Tigers from crossing the goal line. The first quarter is going to expire, and from Locomotive Field, 20-0 is the score.
The winning ticket 911.
This is a good time at the first quarter break with the Tigers leading 20-0 to talk about a pizza. I understand Pizzanello's will be open tonight till midnight. It's a great place for a pizza right in your hometown after a game, after the long ride home. Wouldn't a pizza taste good right now? Well, let's win the game first. But as we think about getting home and those hunger pangs set in, try a pizza from Pizzanello's.
All right, some of our other sponsors here this season help make these NCTV5 broadcasts possible. We have Dave Perry of Dave's Auto Service in Liberty Center. Also, we have Dave's Running Shop, who can supply your team or your individual every athletic need. And don't go by the name, not just a running shop. They can and do supply all athletic goods. We have Rick Speece of Speece's Trailer Court, KK Collision, owned and operated by Kyle Kern, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pilliards, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking in Liberty Center, the First National Bank in Liberty Center, the Henry County Bank in Liberty Center and across Henry County, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Holgate Metal Fab located in Napoleon, Clapp and Haney Tools, owned and operated by the Carpenter Brothers, Terry and Mary Lou Bowers of Liberty Enterprises, and Skip Miller and Miller Trucking.
Hey Mike, where do you do your banking?
I do my banking at the Henry County Bank. I don't know why anybody else would want to go anywhere else.
Troy, where do you do your banking?
Henry County Bank.
Go Tigers!
Cindy, who's your favorite Tiger?
Scott Overmeyer, number 10.
Practice.
Go.
When it goes up.
Good. Wait. Count to 3 with your fingers.
Okay.
Good luck, Tigers, from B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking.
That's all you'd have to do.
Go Tigers. Good luck.
Time.
Scream. Tigers hit like a truck.
In Swanton, Ohio, which is Liberty Center. Good football season.
Norm, who's your favorite Tiger?
Ryan.
Norm, who's your favorite Tiger?
Hey, here at Swanton Welding, I want to wish all the guys at Liberty Center good luck.
Hey, good luck,
Good luck, Tigers. If you need something welded, cut, torched, sheared, come to Swanton Welding. Everybody here at Swanton Welding wants to wish Liberty Center good luck. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, Tigers.
Good luck.
Good luck, Liberty Center Tigers.
Tigers like best about Pisanello's Pizza?
Great service. I love the buffet. Sherry the pizza goddess.
Jesse, what do you like?
I like the buffet.
Well, Jim, the end of the quarter came at an opportune time for Liberty Center, faced with a 3rd and long, about a 3rd and 8, just inside the 10-yard line. Tigers now had a chance to set their strategy on 3rd and 4th down. Tigers in the conventional wing right, 2 tight end formation. Atkinson in motion, going left slowly. A little bit of movement in the Montpelier secondary from the linebackers, and we'll see now which way the call goes. Did the Tigers move, or was Montpelier a little over anxious?
Encroachment against the Locomotives.
And if you could hear the announcement, it was encroachment by Montpelier.
I see this quarterback maneuvering in much the same way as he watched Joe Jurasic's last year.
Yep, that's true. Every game, a new learning tool. Tigers now still in that traditional wing right type formation. Here's the give to McClure off the right side. He kicks it out, around to the 5, to the 3, touchdown, Liberty Center! Mike McClure with that tremendous burst of speed, followed the block, started off inside the tackle, and then cut it outside, broke it out for the 4-yard score, and the Tigers now up their lead 27-0. Excuse me, 26-0. Jim, it wouldn't surprise me here that Lindgren maybe try a little something fancy here to try to get that 2-point conversion to make up for the missed kick. It's kind of been his pattern in the past, but we'll see here just what does happen. Tigers lining up for one with Zeiter on the hold. Here's a snap, a good one. It's down. Spangler's kick, it's up, and it is good. Well, when things run smooth from the outset of the snap, everything's going to go good for the Tigers.
Reflecting on that first quarter, Spike, Tigers do look very smooth indeed. They jumped right out of the blocks with some good passing and getting Jesse Smith into the picture. And there was one Jesse should have had, which might have resulted in another touchdown. It was down there where they were really close. But we've had a look at several running backs, some real good play on defense by the Tigers, and just an excellent effort to this point. So no question about it, the Tigers ready to play football here.
That does pose a problem. It really, really does.
Oh, you're exactly right, Spike. People will think, well, those Tigers running up the score again, but no, they've got to practice together. They've got to be smooth. They've got to be the oiled, good feeling, good running, smooth running machine, and so they have to play together, at least for another quarter here.
Spangler's kick taken it to 15, fumbled, scooped right back up, and returned up around the 30-yard line.
Salazar fielding the kickoff for the Locomotives.
Another decent return for Montpelier. They will set up on, now the ball placed at their own 29-yard line. Tigers have Lindgren, Sharp, and number 67, Schwab inside. Here's a fake. Intercepted by Huff. Huff breaks a tackle to the 20, the 10, the sideline. It's another Tiger touchdown. Well, Jim, once again, you were prophetic as you mentioned Huff in that first quarter. Had dollar signs in his eyes, and that time they looked like $20 gold pieces. Schwab inside.
Indeed, and sure enough, that's what good heads-up defense is. Loco quarterback stepped back, thought he had a receiver there, but Huff had his eye on it all the way, stepped in front, made the catch, and a quick 6 points. the Tigers just have so many ways they can light up the scoreboard. It doesn't matter whether the special teams are out there, the defense, or the offense. Tigers can score points, and they can score them in a bunch. The game is young with almost 12 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And hold by Zeider, good. Kick is good. And with only 18 seconds gone here in the second quarter, the Tigers strike quickly for 2 scores. They lead it 34-0. That was the night we had the power outage.
And you know, these Locomotives here tonight, they're playing hard. I mean, they're banging out there, and they think things over, and they see, well, the run's not coming. We maybe could have completed a pass and did. So they're trying a lot of things, but these Tigers are just there, and they're just in their faces, and it's a kind of a sad thing. But as we talked before the game, the Locomotives had our number when we had good Tiger teams and actually beat us 4 years in a row. Doesn't matter what their record was when we would match up. Locomotives just found a way to beat the Tigers. So things kind of run in streaks like that. But wow, these Tigers of 1998.
Yeah, and the difference is, Jim, I think right now Liberty Center dominating Montpelier, where in those days the likes of the Roses and some of those, the games were close. Even if Liberty had a pretty good football team, they were close, but Montpelier would find a way to win. However, here certainly developing into a mismatch. Now Spangler back to kick. He gets a high end over end, down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Beautiful kick. Now set up going to the right side and brought down at the 15-yard line. You talk about coverage. Number 58, Brian Flory. Number 27, Silvas, came around the opposite side behind the wall to make the hit and bring him down at the 15-yard line after a return of only 6 yards. Jim, that is just fabulous. You've got 2 kids that aren't in there at the start of the game, but these guys are awesome football players.
Right, Spike, and they're showing that speed in coverage, which is just well, the way you got to do it.
Now Tigers with a little bit different set. Here's a screen pass set up over on the right side. Tigers have it snuffed out, but a good cut up inside, and that'll be a gain of about 7 yards on the play. We'll try to set some of the Tigers here on defense.
Moeller on the stop.
That was Todd Moeller on the tackle coming from his interior line position. In the game for Liberty Center now is Silvas at a corner. Now Brian Flory out there as a defensive end on the left side. Miller on the opposite side. Amstutz set back as a safety. Here's the give up inside. Negligible gain, perhaps 2. But in Montpelier's eyes, that's what they needed, a first down jaunt. Montpelier's, I believe that's their first down of the game, Jim.
I agree, Spike, and they were pinned deep in their own territory, so this is viewed as a positive for the Locomotives, and it's a long way to pay dirt, but they're a game bunch, and they've got plays that they want to try and hopefully can do a little something.
Well, I believe actually that maybe was their second first down. However, now the fake one-way, give back going to the right, and brought down.
Anthony
good
Salazar
pursuit
with the football.
From 86, Joe Keller, and Silvas and Wesche. Wesche and Silvas in on the hit. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 on the 31-yard line. Chris Box, the defensive tackle on the right. Moeller, the nose guard. Montpelier with a wide out to the left. Sets a screen up again. Good coverage over here, I believe. That was number 20, the linebacker, excuse me, number 60, Ryan Strayer in on the coverage. Drove out of bounds after a short gain. Gain of about maybe 3 on the play. Jim, this could be a face mask or something over on the sideline.
Personal foul against the Tigers.
Personal foul against Liberty, I imagine, on the tackle, and that will give Montpelier another first down, and will wind up somewhere near their own 40-yard line. Tigers continuing to exchange personnel.
You know, Tigers, having demonstrated that they can control this game, have got to maintain discipline and do what they know is right, and refrain from, you know, making mistakes that really have no business. But if you play hard, there's bound to be a few mistakes.
Jim, a very, very good point. Now dropping back, sets up the screen to the left, and it's wide open, cut back across the middle, and it was Todd Moeller again, number 62, out in the wide open field, coming back from his nose tackle spot, making the hit and stopping him. Jim, that's amazing, a 5-yard gain.
Yeah. I would think that's going to look very good on film. I mean, that was a perfect execution of a screen pass. Tigers were coming, blockers let them come right through, and the receiver was out there, and it was a nice gain for the Locomotives and a good stop by Todd Moeller.
Yeah, when's the last time you've seen a nose tackle make a hit in the open field on a screen pass? Now the roll right, quarterback keeper, and doesn't get quite the good blocking that a Tiger running back would have got on that roll out right. Tim Huff, the initial hitter there, and stops Montpelier short of a first down. It'll bring up gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 at the 44-yard line of Liberty Center.
This has been by far the best drive of the Montpelier Locomotives. If they can squeeze a first down out here, they're going to take heart and move the ball.
Yep, Tigers being pushed. Here's a couple of fakes. A good hard charge by a fast closing number 58, Brian Flory, and throwing the quarterback for the loss, and it will bring up now a 4th down and about 8 from about midfield. 8-10 and the clock running. Liberty leads it 34-0.
For the Tigers, Wade to punt for the Locomotives.
Back deep for Liberty Center, lone back is Seth Atkinson. Again, the high, short, there's the fair catch called for. Ball bounds around, Atkinson drops back.
And the punt is
Whistle,
down.
blowing the play dead. And Liberty Center will take over. Jim, underneath the ball for Liberty Center is Ryan Zeider, perhaps an injury to Shaddy. Now here's the deep pitch to, is it McClure going right?
Van Gunton, the ball
No,
carrier.
Van Gunton the ball carry, another twist. Good gain for Liberty Center, about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and a long 3.
I'm sure these coaches want to see how players do in different positions out there, and a lot of Tigers quite capable of moving around in several positions. And what's amazing is that they can play error-free ball by sliding in and out of lots of different spots.
Yep, just a couple of penalties here to mar the Tiger onslaught so far. Tigers with the wing right. Now in motion is Cordes. Whoa, wait a minute. Where did he come from? There goes Zeider. No, it's McClure on a burst. McClure rambles 69 yards for the touchdown off the right side.
I think that's a nice play by quarterback Ryan Zeider. He had us all fooled. He rolled out right and faked like he had possession of that ball, and all of a sudden here comes McClure with everybody at his heels. But again, a state sprint relay, man. No, in the open field, mark it up.
Far. Tigers with the wing right. did he come from? There goes Zider. No, it's McClure on a burst. McClure rambles 69 yards for the touchdown off the right side. Jim, that was one of my all-time, it looked just like one of my all-time favorite running backs, Gale Sayers. Gale was one that, with one burst, I mean, he was gone. He was a slasher. Now a little high snap, pulled down by Zider. Kick is up and drilled through there. And at 6:51 to go, the score continues to mount. The Tigers lead it now, 41-0. Jim, I was lost that time. I completely lost the football. It had to be just that the quick give to McClure, and Zider carried out the fake so well with the rest of the backfield that I guess that's what they want the defense to do too, is be totally fooled.
That's about why we're in business, Spike, is to provide the fans with another look. They can look at the score, they can hear about it, but they get another look through TV5, brought to you by a lot of great sponsors. But that would be good and will be enjoyable to see how that play unfolded there. But Tigers got a lot of ways to jump up and bite you.
Well, Jim, the Liberty Center Tigers did find a way to do something that time on offense that will possibly aid them in the future if the need arises to put Ryan at quarterback. A couple of plays and boom, they're into the end zone. And that's what they have to do now every series, somehow keep their concentration, keep their focus, and make something positive happen every time, something that they can use to build on in the future. Out wide, the wide men, Brian Wesche on one side and Smith on the other. Here's the low line drive kick, bounces at the 20, goes high, now taken at the 10. Coverage is broken and popped at the 18-yard line.
73. Wesche in on the stop.
Wesche, Bloomfield, several Tigers in there. Another pop. This Wesche is a pretty fine football player, Jim. Normally you line a kid like that up at tackle and let him go, but he's lined up at a couple plays at linebacker. He's been at defensive end. I see he's the wide man on the left side on coverage. Just a tremendous job by Brian Wesche.
Yeah, every player out there in the Tiger uniform thinks they can get it done, and doggone if they can't.
Zach Gramling in at linebacker for Liberty Center. Now the slow developing play for Montpelier maybe gains a yard or two up to the 20-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, second down and 10, clock running, 6:32 in the first quarter.
Josh Merrill at the ball carrier.
Also in at linebacker, number 60, Ryan Strayer. Furco, the defensive end on the left. Neil Dilbone, defensive end on the right. Sharp, still in there as a down lineman. Quarterback rolls to the right, now tucks it up. Good pursuit by the Tigers. Lindgren in there along with
Travis
number
keeping the football.
86, Joe Keller.
Lindgren and Huff.
Also Huff in on the hit. Good Tiger pursuit there, Jim, as quarterback tried to tuck it up, and it looked for a minute like he had a little bit of room to run, but the Tigers closed quickly, and it turned out to be a no-gainer.
Oh, yeah, they really did, Spike. This Tiger team relishes a little action, and they see enemy uniform coming into their territory, and they're all over that.
Josh Oberhaus as a corner on the right side for the Tigers. A screen pass set up. Sharp there, evaded, but quickly closing Ryan Strayer, number 60, and actually thrown for a 2-yard loss on the play. Once again, Liberty Center winning the war at the line of scrimmage. Montpelier cannot go head up with Liberty Center and try to power their way through them. There's nowhere to go. So instead, they try to use some screen passes and rollouts to diminish the Tiger charge. But the Tigers close so well and pursue so well that they bottle that up too. Here's Atkinson at the 40. Momentary fumble, a fight for the football, and I think Seth got it back. Seth definitely was looking to make a move there, and the ball popped out with Seth's head turned in that left direction there. But nevertheless, they retain possession, and the Tigers once again have a chance to do some things here, to move some people around. We do have a few little different show here. We've got number 30, Nathan Cordes, into the backfield for Liberty.
Number 11 in there, too.
Number 11, well, yeah, Jesse Smith back in. And here's Zeiter for his second consecutive series as the quarterback.
I think we'd like to see Ryan throw a pass just to know that he could and feel good that he could. We believe that he can, but here we are in game situation.
In the backfield, Collins and Silvas. Here's the give to Collins inside. Collins burst forward. Chad burst for about a 4-yard gain. Tigers now content to grind the clock. They lead at 41-zip. 4:20 to go here remaining here in the first half. Coming onto the field, number 10, Scott Overmeyer. He'll take over for Zeiter at quarterback. We've got Spangler at a tackle. We've got, I believe that was Jesse Miller in there. Now perhaps a broken play, but Overmeyer keeps it, forced to roll and scramble around the right side, and he's thrown down for a couple of yard loss. Not sure there if that was a broken play or not.
Yeah, that looked just a little odd. Looked like he did want to hand that ball off, but couldn't catch up to the receiver there, so he tucked it in and did a good thing and tried to get something out of it.
Well, that's right. Tigers still have a shot here. 3rd down and 8 on the Montpelier 43-yard line. Huff at a tight end on this side. Tigers in their conventional set. Here's the give to Silvas, number 27, Silvas with an 11-yard burst. His gain will take the Tigers down to the Montpelier 32-yard line.
No, Spike, Tigers again loaded at every grade level. I mean, they move people in and out, and they just seem to have speed coming. They have speed on deck. They have speed that will develop. And what a good thing, because you just can't have too much of that, and Tigers have it.
Yes, and every year we always think there's going to be a question at the offensive line. We always lose people, but the Tigers simply reload it. Here's a quick burst up the middle. But stacked up, almost broke for a big gain. If Collins wasn't hauled down there at the line of scrimmage, he would have been into the end zone. The middle was spread wide open. Gain of about 2.
You know, Spike, it's awful easy to become guilty of liking the backs and what they can do, but the offensive line is just super, and giving those backs a crack, a seam, a hole, and able to get them started.
All right, we'll see if we can tone up here. Quick give inside to Silvas, and Silvas met at the line of scrimmage, stood up, and the Tigers will be facing a 3rd down and about 8 to go. Montpelier's defense finally stiffening here. However, the Tigers have been able to run quite a few numbers in there. Nice job of rotation. It'll be 3rd down and 8 at the Montpelier 30-yard line. And a flag on the play. A 5-yard walk-off against Liberty Center, making it now a 3rd and 12 at the 35. We have Oberhaus split out, and Cordes. Here's, we're not sure if it's going to be ruled a fumble or just an incomplete pass. Overmeyer dropped back to throw, was hit as his arm was moving. And they're going to call it a fumble.
I think the passing motion and come in contact with the player's arm but Locomotives need a break. There's a strong minute to play, and we'll see whether they can generate any offense as this first half begins to wind down.
Well, we've got a good sprinkling, a good mix here. We've got some of the starters and also a good mix of the next bunch. Back to throw over the middle, wide open and dropped.
Chamberlain.
Good pass rush, just gets it off, but that was Matt Furco hard from his defensive end position on the right side, breaking up the pass play before it could ever really get started. Nice job.
Providing the pressure for the Tigers.
Several plays as a corner on this left defensive side. Linebackers, number 55, Zach Gramling and Strayer. Now quarterback roll left looking, now tucks it underneath and rambles forward.
Stop short of the first down.
Good Tiger defensive coverage downfield and tackled by Oberhaus. That will force a 4th down situation, 4th and 6. And with 50 seconds to go, I really don't see any point in Montpelier punting, but it appears they're setting up to do so. Jim, what the heck? These kids are here to play and to try to score. Why not go for it on 4th and 6 at midfield?
Yeah, I just think they cut themselves short a little more offensive try in there. Nice punt to Seth, and he calls for a fair catch. That was not Seth back there. That's number 7.
Yep, Nick Parasini.
Nick Parasini on punt reception back there.
Yeah, nice job by Parasini as he had the presence of mind to signal the fair catch. And the Tigers take over. We're going to estimate the ball to be somewhere around their own 30-yard line with 43 seconds to go. Tigers now sticking with that conventional wing right quick give to Collins off the left side. Chad with the gain of about 4 on the play. Bringing up a 2nd down and 6 from the 34-yard line. Clock running now. This should be the final play of the first half. Tigers lined up with a wing left. Now give to Collins around the right side. Collins has enough for a 1st down, gets close to the sideline, but the clock will expire. Gain of about 15 on the play for Collins. And to close it out here in Montpelier on NCTV5 at the half, Tigers rolling along, leading 41-0. Here at halftime at Montpelier, we'd like to take this opportunity again to thank our sponsors who make this broadcast possible here on NCTV5. We have Dave Perry of Dave's Auto Service. Dave offers the full line here. He can handle body work as well in the other shop and take care of all your automotive needs. Pizzanello's Pizza, and I think the name says it all. They also have a variety of food choices here. Noontime buffet, and also the evening pizza and submarine choices. Dave's Running Shop, athletic shop in Delta. Of course, they offer a full line of athletic goods. and with, as I should say, very good service. We have Rick Speece of Speece Trailer Court in Liberty Center. KK Collision, super body man, probably has the most up-to-date, state-of-the-art business in all of Northwest Ohio. Kyle draws business even from Indiana and Western Michigan, southeastern Michigan. We have Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pilliards, B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking from Liberty Center, First National Bank located in Liberty Center, the Henry County Bank in Liberty Center and assorted locations throughout the county, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating in Napoleon, a good Tiger booster. We have Holgate Metal Fab operated by Jeff Spangler located in Napoleon, Clapp and Haney Tools owned and operated by the three Carpenter brothers, Mike, Kenny, and Keith. We have Terry and Mary Lou Bowers of Liberty Center Industries, and also Skip Miller and Miller Trucking located in Napoleon, but Skip, a Tiger football grad, a tremendous Tiger football booster here for Liberty Center.
1, 2, 3, 4, D-A-V-I-S. Davis Farm Service is the best. Yes. Go. Go. Go.
Downtown Liberty Center.
Miller Brothers Trucking says, "Go Tigers! Keep on rolling over those opponents."
It's not. Good luck, Tigers, from all of us at L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating.
Dave's Running Shop would like to wish all the athletics at Liberty Center High School success in the 1998 year.
First off, the pass. They came into this game and they wanted to involve Jesse Smith. They did, and quite well. They wanted to show some things. Can this guy play in that position? Can this guy interact with the front line? And, you know, their depth charts from top to bottom, it just doesn't appear to matter a whole lot who's out there. They know what they're doing. They appear to be holding their discipline. And I don't know, Spike, what are your thoughts as we look toward the second half?
Well, certainly we weren't hurt by the turnover bug as we were last week against Tenora. A few inopportune penalties perhaps hurt Liberty Center. A face mask along the sideline and a 60-odd yard brilliant return by Seth Atkinson was wiped out. But the Tigers still managed to score on that 90-yard sustained drive anyway. But perhaps the Tigers actually maybe, you know, cruising along here in two straight games. It is hard to stay focused, and Liberty Center with their very deep talent can afford to run a lot of people in there and not lose a step. One facet of the game that the Tigers, I think we still need to take a look at is the punting game. I don't believe Liberty Center has punted yet in 6 quarters. I don't believe. Do you remember a punt?
I think that's correct, Spike. I don't remember seeing a punt. Maybe in wanting moments of the Sonora game when freshmen were basically in there. We might have offered a punt, but I don't recall that. I think that the discipline of this Tiger team is and has been very apparent, and it'll be quite a challenge to see if they can maintain that discipline and continue to execute with the crispness that we've come to know and appreciate in this Tiger 98 team.
For the Tigers.
Liberty Center now setting to receive to start the second half. Up front we have Miller outside. Excuse me, no, that's Larry Yaw. We have Flory, and then Furco in the middle. And Nate Zeider lined up there at the front wall. Now kick taken up short. A burst of speed ahead. It was Atkinson returning to close to midfield on the short kickoff. Liberty Center will take over on about their own 40-yard line. 11:54 to go. See if we can catch here the offensive set for Liberty. It's Tim Huff, tight end on the left. Jesse Smith, tight end on the right. We've got Shaddy at quarterback. Here is the give to Zeider off the right side. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks another. Burst up for about an 8-yard gain. And Jim, it is Shaddy back into the game, not hurt. The Liberty Center Tigers just wanted to see Zeider at quarterback in case that may happen due to whatever unforeseen circumstance.
Oh, it's just excellent to give a lot of people a lot of looks out there. That makes us tough to defend because each one is has a particular skill level that makes it difficult to defend against. So it's good to see a lot of different people.
Tigers sticking with that wing right. Here's Atkinson in motion left. Shaddy now gives to Atkinson. He breaks 2 or 3 tackles, jitterbugs his way forward, breaks 2 more, and powers his way down inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Jim, some good jitterbug moves there, but also Seth has displayed a pretty fair amount of power and strength there too, as he has broken 15 tackles tonight.
Oh, I have to agree. In fact, that name Barry Sanders comes up at the high school level. Seth can shake and juke and give him this and give him that and take it away and come up with a big gainer. He's done it tonight. Looked real strong.
Yeah, certainly some same there. Now here's Zeider on a burst, a good spin move, takes a couple of hits, and he battles his way down to the 15-yard line. Gain of almost 20 yards for Ryan Zeider. Tigers simply taking it straight at the locomotives. And at the point of attack, Jim, the Tiger running backs are not really challenged until they get 5 or 6 yards into the Montpelier backfield.
Right, give the offensive line credit for making those holes, and the holes are there. Silva's in the ball game now.
We've got Jesse Miller at center. I believe that's Todd Spangler, left tackle. Here's a give straight up the middle. Burst, battles forward. Zeider, not to be denied. It appeared to be stopped, but still bolted forward now, down inside the 10 to about the 8. That'll an 8-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Brett Westoven at the left offensive guard. Here's the give to Zeider. Zeider burst into the end zone from 6 yards out and from, 8 yards out, and the Tigers now have upped their lead to 47-0. 9:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
It's been said Ryan Zeider could play a lot of different positions, and that's true. They like him at fullback because he is such a overpowering runner. Time and time again, the first tackler, the first arm tackler, they bump him, they jostle him, but that doesn't stop him. Ryan Zeider, very, very strong runner.
And I think one point that both McClure and Zeider have is that strong, very quick burst right off the handoff. They accelerate so quickly that the Tigers don't need that gaping hole up front. All they do is need to open that sliver. A lot of good angle blocking and technique used, and it's Katie bar the door. So as much as it's hard to give that offensive line credit, you put the two together, and it's something that is just a pleasure to see. It's a thing of beauty, is a joy forever, Jim.
48 points.
Last week, Jim, the Tigers really did a tremendous job of holding Tenora deep in their own territory on kickoffs, but tonight that has been one of the Montpelier strong points. I'm sure they were able to scout Liberty enough to pick out a few things, and they've got the ball back to midfield and up to the 30 and the 40-yard line. So that remains to be seen now here if the Tigers have made any adjustments.
Well, with all the scoring the Tigers have done, there's certainly been a lot of kickoffs, but right you are. That maybe is Montpelier's best play almost, is their special teams returns.
McMurray fielding the
in on the hit again. One of the initial hits was made by number 58, Brian Flory, a man on a mission for the Tigers.
Smith and Strayer in on the tackle for the Tigers.
Well, the spotters up top had Smith and Strayer, but it was Brian Flory that helped make the brunt of the hit there. Montpelier will start from their own 27-yard line. Still most the third quarter left, 9:28. Liberty leading 48-0. Here's the straight ahead give. No, it's the fake and a pitch into the backfield. Atkinson on pursuit. Also Smith, and that play stopped. Jesse Smith and Atkinson both in on the stop, and there is a flag on the play. The Tigers are pointing toward Montpelier. Perhaps. Up to give up inside. He breaks through. The big 250-pound fullback finally has a little bit of room. Jim, he bored forward for about 11 or 12-yard gain. They get back almost everything they lost on the penalty.
Yeah, Spike, and it's encouraging to hear those pads pop out there. I mean, they're hard blocking by the Locos, and from the defensive standpoint, the Tigers right there banging too. So a lot of football to be played yet.
Yeah, earlier on, Montpelier used a lot of little tight end inside and quickie passes to the middle. Perhaps that's where they feel the Tigers are weakest at. Here's a fumble pitch in the backfield. Ball still fought for. It appeared that Montpelier recovered. But it was Van Gunten knifing in there and almost stole it away. That will now bring up a 3rd and about 20 for Montpelier.
Zeider in on the play for the Tigers.
For Liberty Center, Jim, number 41, Nate Zeider making his mark too. Only a sophomore, but pretty tough football player there. And by the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised that he's in there stealing more minutes and getting a lot more playing time. Definitely another rising star among the Tigers. Now back to throw, hit in the backfield. He fumbles it, ball loose. And I believe the Tigers, the Tigers recover.
Spike, on review of that program, we find Nate Zeider, a freshman, so a 9th grader out there for the Tigers. But just talent up and down the classes for the Tigers. They give Amstutz credit for that fumble. So just when it looked like Montpelier might move the ball a little bit with a good run into their big, strong fullback, Tigers come right back defensively and end up with the ball on the Loco 8-yard line.
Over center, I believe it's number 73, Bloomfield.
Overmeyer, the quarterback.
Now a flag on the play, play blown dead before the snap. Backfield for the Tigers, Collins, Cordes, and Silvas. Brett Westhoven, Furco on the offensive line for Liberty Center. Tigers setting up in that conventional wing right. Here's the give to Collins. Burst up in the outside to the 5, to the 3. It's a Tiger touchdown. Chad Collins threw a nice hole on the left side with a quick burst. Was only just touched a couple of times. His touchdown puts the Tiger lead now at 54-0, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice thing about seeing these games replayed also, we miss the blocks often because of the action, how quick it happens and such, but you get a chance to stop it, to review it, and to see it again. So just a nice job all across the line there for the Tigers, but certainly Collins in for a nice score there.
Back to kick. Spangler hold by Zeider, and once again,
Spangler's kick is good.
His kick splits the uprights, 55-0 Liberty Center. Tigers continue to shuffle different talent in and out of there. Slightly younger version of Liberty Center now. Spangler kicking off. Good end-over-end kick down to about the 12-yard line. Wall to the left, down the sideline, breaks a tackle. One man left, makes a good spin move. He's past midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, and finally brought down by the last man who had the angle, Brett Silvas. Well, Jim, Brett is quick, and Brett with the kind of an attitude that I believe he inherited some from his brother. He was just not going to let that be a score.
Yeah, agreed. You know, the Locos have got the returns, that part of their special team game, down pretty good. That may have been their best play moving the football tonight. I'm not sure whether the Tigers have substituted a lot on that special teams defense, but Locomotives got some fire here.
Well, the Tigers still have a lot of their starters in there. Now, here's the give off the right side, and he went nowhere. He was totally stopped and stood up right at the line of scrimmage.
Myers on the tackle.
Kane Myers, number 71, was there to stand him up. The Liberty Center running new combinations on every play. Kane now lining up at nose tackle. Montpelier with a wide out to the right, quarterback rolling that way, now throws, low pass, covered beautifully by Tim Huff. Jim, there was no place to go there.
Oh, I know, Huff had that covered beautifully. In fact, he was there exactly when the ball got there, climbed over the receiver's back and swatted that ball into the turf. It's just remarkable how these Tigers can function so smoothly as a defensive unit with fresh people in there. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and they do it. Good discipline.
Yeah, and also good pressure from the Tiger pass rush. Quarterback just doesn't have time to set up and throw and allow his receivers to run a lot of downfield routes. Now rolling right again. He just gets it off. Good coverage. Almost picked off. Beautiful job of reading the play. Got to get the number down there. I believe it was Ryan Miller.
24 almost.
Ryan had it read all the way and cut in front to knock it down. That'll bring up a 4th and 11 at the Tiger 28-yard line. And Montpelier certainly in a 4-down territory situation here. Montpelier in a full house backfield. Here's the fake. Now here's the option pitch. And that goes nowhere. Number 5, Neil Dilbone throws him for a loss, and the Liberty Center Tigers will take over. The Tigers gave up the long kickoff return, but the defense stiffened, arose to the occasion, and shut the door on the Montpelier attack. Liberty Center will take over now at their own 30-yard line. 6:21 here in the third quarter. They lead it 55-0.
Spike, this is a good spot in the field that you want to see a sustained Tiger drive. Let's see what kind of offense we're going to come up with. Scott Overmeyer, under center.
Yeah, good point, Jim. A little confusion in the backfield, and play will go nowhere. From the opposite hash to get the play call. You know, on the offensive line for Liberty Center, number 78, Brandon Bear. Chad Collins with a burst around the right side. His gain for about 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and about 5 or 6 to go.
Going to have a pretty good shot at a play to generate a first down. What do you say, Spike? We haven't seen a pass for a while. Let's have one.
Well, you know, I'm going to think they're going to stick to the ground game, Jim. I think what they really want to do here is run some clock, and I don't think they want to take the chance. There's been a few mistakes in the backfield. I think there's another one, some kind of a motion call. And, of course, perhaps the easiest thing would be to just drop back and throw it and save all the different possibilities on the motion calls. Tigers now will drop back 5 yards to where they regroup. That'll be now a third down and about 8 to go.
Got a lot of subs in there. Good protection for the quarterback.
Yeah, the give off the right side.
The ball carrier.
Collins was the ball carrier. Gain of about 3. That'll bring up fourth down and 9, and I think we're going to finally see a Tiger punt.
Ryan Miller dropped back to punt.
Ryan Miller, the punter for Liberty Center. Tigers with their first team punt unit in there.
Murray, Anthony Salazar, and Steve Cano deep.
Here's the snap. It's a good one. Punt is off, high but short, up somewhere around midfield. Only about an 18-yard punt.
24 was their punter. Locomotives. Remember, the Locomotives moved the ball the last couple times they had possession.
Troy Westoven in for Liberty Center as a linebacker. And now Montpelier calls a timeout. 3:58 to go here in the third quarter. And the Tigers loping along, leading 55-0. Yeah, he's been in there and made a stop on it.
Yeah, Nick Parasini's in there.
Montpelier set to go now from about midfield. Good pressure from Dilbone. Pass caught out there on the right and tackled out of bounds.
Chamberlain's pass is complete to Steve Cano.
Tackle over there made by Westhoven and Neil Carter, number 83. Some of our individual game-by-game sponsors tonight: Ted and Melinda Bear for their sons Nate and Brandon, Paul and Carrie Amstutz for their son Paul, Denny and Penny Myers for their son Kane, Cheryl Van Gunten for her son Chris, and John and Deb McClure for Mike McClure. Set now, drops back to throw. After the first down, it's caught for a short gain over there. Good contained coverage by Westhoven.
Troy Westhoven on that stop.
Also sponsors Rick and Rhonda Miller, along with Nick and Brittany for Jesse Miller, Bob and Julie Shaddy for their son Rob, Mike and Linda Simbola for their son Brad, Mark and Lucille Bolick for their daughter Lee, and the rest of the cheerleaders. Quarterback dropping back, lofts it high over on the left side, defended by Parasini and forced to overthrow the football. That will bring up a 3rd and 7. Also, we have Terry and Mary Lou Bowers and Dave and Deb Silvas for their son Brett.
Your favorite player?
Number 27. All the employees at First National Bank and Liberty Center would like to say, go Tigers, have a great year.
Yeah, Lingard is an ass.
Well, Montpelier, with the ball on the Tiger 40-yard line, has a chance to do something. It's 3rd down and 7. Quarterback cuts it up inside, breaks a tackle, but the tremendous Tiger pursuit, and he's brought down with probably about no gain. Again, the Tiger pursuit forced him to tuck it up, and the rest of the Tiger team was there, and that'll bring up a 4th down. No gain on the play. It'll still be 4th and 7.
Spike, Joe Keller was putting tremendous pressure on that quarterback, forced immediate cut back, and again, Tiger defense there to do the stop.
Straight drop back, good pressure, now a little screen pass, and that'll go nowhere.
Chamberlain's pass is incomplete, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Liberty Center with just too much speed and too much quickness on the big field, under the lights on a Friday night. Showing a blitz, now here's the pitch to Collins. Follows his blocking well, turns the gain up for about 8 yards. A 9-yard gain. That will put the ball around just over the midfield stripe. Just short of the midfield stripe, excuse me. That'll bring the situation now to a 2nd and a long 1. Cordes in motion, takes the pitch, now cuts it back up. Still fighting his way forward, loose ball on the ground. The whistle hadn't blown, and the Tigers fall on it. Cordes, tremendous job there, Jim, would refuse to go down and battle his way across into 1st down territory, and then the Tigers recovered. Tigers now with a 1st down at Montpelier's 44. Here's a blitz up the middle. And his timing was immaculate, and it got across the line of scrimmage as the ball was being snapped, somehow not called for encroachment. Now the give to Collins around the right side, or is that Silvas, excuse me, and Silvas rambles for 12.
Croy a stop.
Spot made near. No, the first down was, well, now they show second down, but no, there it is. They did give him the first down. Ball now resting on just inside the 35-yard line. Clock stopped while the chains are set. 52 seconds to go here in the third quarter. On all kinds of all kinds of firing out on the line.
Ryan Smith out there,
Matt Furco at a tackle. Here's Cordis in motion to give to the straight up back. Never got the play off. It was the fake, and Silvas took the hammering in the backfield. The Montpelier Locomotives have nothing to lose now, and they're just throwing all caution to the wind and coming with blitz from every angle. Final quarter here on NCTV 5 in the home of the Montpelier Locomotives. Here is the give to number 27, Silvas. Silvas pulled a tackler with him. His gain will be back up to the original line of scrimmage. However, we've got a flag on the play.
Up with some good execution.
Second down and 20, and they're showing that center blitz. Drops back to throw. Obermeyer sets. He's got time. He's got a receiver. Dilbone tripped up, and there's no call. Dilbone went to the deck. However, not sure how the referee viewed that. The Montpelier defensive back went to the turf first, but there was perhaps a leg whip there, intent sure. However, not called. It'll be 3rd and 20.
From a Montpelier standpoint, they would probably call it incidental contact. However, looked a little shaky from our point here. But nice pass there by the young quarterback, Scott Obermeyer. Under pressure, he rolled out, rolled to his left, and reared back and threw a nice pass out there.
Tigers now with that long yardage. A quick give up inside to Collins. About the same thing as a draw play under the circumstances. Gain of about 8 on the play. And now situation will stand at 4th and 12 at the Montpelier 35-yard line. Clock running at 11:20.
Ryan Miller in punt formation for the Tigers.
Going to try another punt, Spike. This will be our second one. We'll see if we can't get that punting average up there where it ought to be.
No, we just need some repetitions here. Now the high booming spiral, much better looking punt from the foot of Ryan Miller. And there again, just needed a few reps, but that was a boomer. Fair catch was called deep in their own territory. It appears to be at about the 2-yard line. Jim, under the circumstances, you're not going to see a much better punt than that. Here's the give up inside, gain of a couple on the play. Anyway. Lining up, 2nd down and 7. Now a little razzle-dazzle as they break it open and ramble forward for about 12 on the play. Enough for the first down for Montpelier.
That our Tiger fans might enjoy scrambling for the answer on.
Now the deep pitch coming back around the outside. Pursuit from Westhoven.
For the Locomotives.
Parasini and Keller. It was Keller on the hit. We'll see if we can't set some of the Tiger defense here. Number Whitman in there as a defensive tackle. Into the backfield. Bursting forward. I believe that will be enough now for the first down.
Tripped up by Troy.
Zach Gramling at linebacker. Here is the give off the left side, a little bit of running room. He's hit. Initial hit made by Babcock and brought down after about a 6-yard gain. Good pursuit, and number 35, Westhoven, Troy Westhoven from his left linebacker spot across the field to make the hit.
57 also.
Also in on the hit, number 57, Brett Westhoven. Tiger one to budge. Montpelier still running mostly that first team in there. Now the give up inside. His burst forward, good enough for the first down.
Eric Luke picking up the first down for the Locomotive.
Now the give off the right, and the whole right side of the Tigers defensive squad in over there. You know, Montpelier really, even though they're running their first team in there, they're not really running anything too wide open. They're not really throwing the football much. Just trying to grind it out and get some more repetitions for their offense.
Yeah, that may not.
2nd down and 7 at midfield. Now the fake, the quick pass over the middle. Caught.
Chamberlain's pass complete to
tackle
Kevin
made
Rose for the first
by
down.
number 85, Brad Wyrock. Brad, the last man there. Full house backfield. Give. Hit at first by number 83, Neil Carter. Tigers, good job of closing on the ball carrier. And thrown for a loss in the backfield. Try to pick out here, I believe we had Westhoven
Westhoven in on that stop.
Yeah, Troy Westhoven on the initial hit. Help from brought down right in the middle. Again, no gain. Westhoven and Whitman in on the stop, and if I may take the liberty to say so, number 52 Scott Whitman has the chore here of taking on a double team between the guard and that 350-pound offensive tackle, so I'm sure he's going to be a little black and blue later. Now here's the deep pitch going left. Good job fighting off a block is Brett Westhoven. Help in there also from number 68, Larry Yaw. And this Tiger ball club doing a nice job against the Montpelier offensive starters. Still made the play. Now here's the quick pitch to Parasini. Parasini along the sideline, very close to a first down, churning forward, finally brought down under a swarm of Montpelier tackles. Now the wing is to the left, two tights, and Overmeyer with the deep pitch to Westhoven. Westhoven following his blocks, turns the corner, gets it across midfield, still on his feet, battles forward, close to first down yardage. This could be the last play of the football game. Tigers in a wing right with two tights. The give to Parasini. Parasini cuts it outside, makes a move back across the grain. Break
the trip west into the NWOAL. Liberty Center looking strong last week at home with the Tigers roar at Montpelier. Stop the Tigers. Swing pass right into the midst of Tim Hoff. 35 yards, 34 zip Liberty in the first half. Next possession, check out Mike McClure. Little burst of speed coming at you. 69 yards. It's all Tigers tonight, 55-0.